Washington. The chairman of the House Intelligence Committee says this week's expected release of a Senate committee report on the use of torture by the CIA could trigger attacks abroad. Representative Mike Rogers tells CNN State of the Union extremists are likely to use the report to incite violence. In Pearl Harbor today, veterans gathering at the USS Arizona Memorial to mark the 73rd anniversary of the Japanese attack. A moment of silence was held at 7:55 a.m. the moment the bombing began in 1941. The attack killed about 2,400 sailors, Marines, and soldiers. Reaction from New York Police Commissioner Bill Bratton to that video showing the police takedown of Eric Garner.
I don't think that anybody that watches that video is not disturbed by what they saw. That policing involving use of force is, it always looks awful. We have an expression, lawful but awful.
The grand jury's failure to indict the police officer involved has sparked nationwide protests. Bratton telling CBS's Face the Nation an internal department investigation will take 3 or 4 months. Louisiana Senator Mary Landrieu telling supporters that despite her loss in this weekend's runoff election, she is proud of her time in the Senate.
We have always known what we were fighting for, a stronger state, a state more committed to justice, openness, and opportunity, regardless of where you were born, what zip code you were born into, or the color of your skin.
Landrieu lost to Republican challenger Bill Cassidy. That ups the Republican majority to 54 seats come January. Also at SRNnews.com, the United Arab Emirates is quoting a security official saying that woman accused of stabbing to death an American teacher last week does not appear to have had any links to terrorist organizations. The Emirati woman also accused of planting a bomb outside an American doctor's home. This is SRN News.
20 years of credit counseling and debt management services. More than 36,000 program members freed from credit card debt. Nearly $100 million saved in high interest and finance charges. It's Trinity's 20th anniversary, and these are just a few of the milestones we're celebrating as we begin our 3rd decade of helping people become debt-free for keeps. Did you know that members who complete our program save on average more than $20,000 in interest?
My name is Mike. From the very first phone call, Trinity brought us relief by stopping all the late fees and collections calls, greatly reducing our interest and consolidating our bills into one easy-to-manage monthly payment. Now we're on track to save nearly $17,000 in finance charges. Happy 20th anniversary, Trinity. Thanks for helping so many save so much.
And Trinity can help you, too. Call 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976. 1-800-990-6976.
Another doctor has died in Sierra Leone from Ebola, the 10th to succumb to the disease. The doctor had worked at a children's hospital in the capital. The death yesterday came a day after 2 other doctors died from Ebola, a sign of the tremendous toll the disease has taken on healthcare workers. An Egyptian criminal court has issued provisional death sentences to 4 Muslim Brotherhood figures. The case stems from clashes near the Brotherhood's headquarters before the ouster of Islamist President Mohamed Morsi last year that left 11 people dead and 91 wounded. A powerful typhoon has knocked out power, left at least 3 people dead, and sent nearly 900,000 people into shelters. But it is sparing the central Philippines the type of massive destruction that a monster storm brought to that same region last year. This is SRN News. A former BP executive accused of obstructing a congressional investigation into the 2010 Gulf oil spill remains on track for a trial next year, despite defense efforts to have those charges dismissed.
A Justice Department spokesman says U.S. District Judge Kurt Engelhardt declined to dismiss one count against David Rainey and took under advisement defense motions to throw out another count. Rainey is accused of obstructing a congressional investigation into the spill, which began with the April 2010 Deepwater Horizon explosion. He pleaded not guilty to an updated version of the indictment against him.
SRN's Jeremy House. Alabama, Oregon, Florida State, and Ohio State have been selected to play in the first college football playoff. Alabama's the top seed and will play Ohio State in one semifinal game at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Oregon is the second seed and will play Florida State in the other semifinal at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. More details at srnnews.com. From Washington, I'm Wally Hines.
How would you like to taste the most delicious meatballs this holiday season? You can with our friend Larry Manetti's Meatballs, as seen on QVC. Go to QVC.com and search Manetti Meatballs. These are hand-rolled 3 ounces each meatballs, 30 in a bag, made with veal, beef, pork, spices, breadcrumbs, imported ricotta and Romano cheese. They are delicious. Manetti's Meatballs, fried in pure Italian olive oil. They come frozen. You can heat and serve them in a 350-degree oven for just 10 to 15 minutes. They'll make a real hit this holiday season. Taste Larry Manetti's Meatballs. Larry Manetti from Hawaii 5-0 and Magnum PI. He was on QVC and he sold out of these meatballs. Go to QVC.com and search Manetti Meatballs. That's QVC.com, Manetti, Manetti Meatballs. QVC.com, search Manetti Meatballs, the real taste of Italy.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a successful motivational speaker and trusted life coach, Nancy knows how you can live the life you want regardless of the challenges you face. Although she's legally blind, Nancy's mission is to inspire others to overcome obstacles and live life full out. Call in at 800-333-0001 to ask Nancy for advice on topics such as relationships, finances, business, health, and more. Just call 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday from California to New York and everywhere in between. We hope that you're having a great day and preparing for the holidays here, I'm sure. But today we are going to be talking about helping others. And that is such an important concept. I want everybody to really think about that because in our lives, we all need help from time to time, right? We're going to have moments in our life where we're going to have challenges and, problems for which we need to bounce ideas off others. And I want you to know that friends and family, and even people that you don't even know, want to help you to live full out in your life. And we also want to think about the people in our life that do help us, and we want to make sure that we're grateful for them. Take this opportunity, take today, take tomorrow, and every day that you can to thank those, because it's not like we're in this life to get to the top of the mountain and cheer on our own and say, I've made it. You want to make sure that at the top of that mountain, you have all your friends and family, and again, those people that you don't even know yet that are going to be cheerleaders for you to live your best life and live your life truly full out. Again, my name is Nancy Solari. I'm a certified life coach and a motivational speaker. And both of those careers have really led me to be able to listen to people in a very heartfelt way so that I can help others to live their lives full out and feel empowered to move forward. Also, as a visually impaired person, I have that listening. I don't see well, but trust me, when you call in, and again, we're live, that number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. I am going to be listening so that I can help move you forward. We're going to go to the lines. Again, we're live. The first caller we have tonight is Dawn. Dawn, are you there? Dawn?
Yes, Nancy.
Hi, Dawn. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I would like to get your opinion on how you know when you're really helping an individual or an organization versus enabling unproductive long-term behaviors. In other words, sometimes helping, you're really hurting somebody. Give me your thoughts on that.
You bring up such a great question, Dawn, because we don't want to enable people, right? And sometimes people have to, I don't want to see anybody ever hit rock bottom, but sometimes people have to fall in order to assess themselves what it is that they need to do, those survival skills. I mean, I'm sure, Dawn, in your life, you've fallen from time to time, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And when you fell down, when you had that crossroad moment where you were unsure of which way to go, right or left, you had to figure that out for yourself. And when you figured it out, or when you made that action to step forward, and let's say it went well, weren't you proud of yourself?
Yes, absolutely. That sense of accomplishment is critical.
Absolutely. So if we enable somebody too much, if we help them too much, then we take away that ability for them to have that aha moment. We take away that ability for them to see just what those survival skills are that they have. Okay? So I want you to absolutely be supportive to people. Absolutely. And it sounds like you are. That's why you're calling in. But I also want you to evaluate whether or not you should tell them what to do. I would always be a little weary about that. Give them guidance, give them support, but ultimately it's best if they make the decision, because the ride of life is a lot grander when we learn the lessons and when we also survive through it on our own.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I want you to stay on the line because I'd love to get your information so that we can stay in touch with you. And you brought up such a great point today. So thank you so much for calling in. So what a great question Dawn had, right? So when do we know when enabling someone is too much? Well, trust your instincts. Be of support to someone, but don't pressure them to make a decision. We have to get there on our own. Again, we're live. The number to call in is 800-333-0001. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Julia. Are you there?
Julia?
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. The lines are busy today, but I'm glad you got through. So
I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So tell me, what's going on?
Well, I'm kind of having a weird situation going on between my roommate and I.
Okay.
She was my friend at first, but there's kind of some tension now. Because I feel like emotionally I feel like I'm emotionally supporting her, but I feel like there's not really a lot of reciprocation there. She had a lot of boyfriend troubles at the beginning of this year, and she would come into my room, at 3 a.m, knowing that I had a test the next day, knowing that I had, class the next day and stuff like that. And as a friend, I'm like, of course, I don't care what time it is, please come in and talk to me if you need me. But the situation should always be the same. She'd be like, okay, we're going to break up, this and that, thanks for helping me. And then the next day I'd walk into the apartment and they'd both be like cuddling on the couch.
So
and whatever, that's not.
Right, so you were supportive to her. Uh-huh, yep.
Yeah, of course. And then when the situation kind of twisted and I was having emotional troubles with my boyfriend, we went through an awful breakup. We dated for about 4 years, and it was terrible. I kind of felt like she was definitely there for me, but not the same way I was for her. And that goes for even, like cleaning up the apartment and stuff like that. I'm always the one cleaning, and I'm always the one making sure everything's in line, that all of our ducks are in order, the bills are paid and stuff like that. And so I just feel like there's not a lot of like emotional reciprocation or even reciprocation in taking care of our space that we have together.
And you know what? That makes sense. And here's the thing, what I want you to realize. In life, we're going to have a lot of friends in our life, which is a great thing. But friends are going to come into our life for different reasons. So, for example, your roommate, again, you're that person for her. Your roommate may have turned to you because you're a loving, giving, over-giving person, and maybe you're the person in her life that she felt would be the best person to give her that relationship advice. She might turn to somebody else for financial advice, for, just pure venting. So take it as a compliment that she turned to you, that she valued your opinion in helping her through that time. On the flip side, having tested those waters with her before, she might not be the right person to go to for those, relationship inquiries. She also sounds like she's a great person, but, even as we evaluate sometimes who are the best roommates for us to have, I'm not saying dump her as a roommate, but, part of life is evaluating who are the best people for us to go to for what challenges, obstacles, needs that we have in our lives. But on the flip side, evaluating, is this person a good roommate for me? Is this person a good partner for me to date or for me to marry? Do you see how that goes?
No, definitely. Every single friend has kind of a different,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you, out of this relationship, out of this experience, you're soaking up and learning everything you can about yourself and about other people that you should be aligning with. So I would just keep taking it in, but notice on both sides there's learning. Okay? Now,
Definitely.
What I want to do, because I appreciate so much you calling in, I very much want to stay in touch with you, and I have some information I'd like to send to you, so if you can stay on the line, we'll go ahead and get your information. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to go back to the lines. Again, we're live. We're going to go to Lauren. Lauren, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi. Hey, thank you. I know the lines are busy today, but tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you so much for taking my call, Nancy.
Yes.
I got a call I have an 8th grade daughter, and I got a call from the social worker a couple of weeks ago from her school saying that some other kids are saying that she's anorexic.
Mm.
And so I don't have any concerns that she is. I asked her, and, I watch her eat and all that, and she seems to be normal. But she does dance a lot, so she's very concerned about her body. And so I was trying to figure out, there's a part of me that thinks she's just kind of talking about anorexia at school because she wants to be hip and cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out if this is really a concern and how I should approach it.
Well,
or if this is just some adolescent drama.
And it's hard to evaluate which is the way to go. I don't know that anorexia is ever tossed out as being something that's cool. So in terms of that, I would eliminate that off your list. But I do believe that there are pressures that sometimes at different ages, you and I have been there, sometimes we just can't turn to our parents for everything. Yeah. So continue to watch the signs. And what you might offer to her is the ability to get some counseling. And it might not even have to be like emotional counseling. Maybe align her with a nutritionist. And then have the nutritionist.
That's a great idea. Yeah, because she dances.
Yeah,
so
and
she thinks about her.
Exactly, and tell the nutritionist your thoughts, and let her know, hey, is my daughter asking any questions that might seem inappropriate? Have her turn to a professional, because if she's asking questions to the nutritionist about, how can I gorge and lose a lot of weight, how, what are metabolism boosters, what are fat burners, that would be kind of obscure questions that like someone through anorexia might be asking. But if she's asking questions like, how can I better my endurance, how can I better my energy with food, then that would be an appropriate question. So I would turn to a nutritionist.
Yeah, because her best friend is struggling with anorexia. That's why I thought maybe that she was trying to be just like her best friend, because her best friend gets so much attention from friends. Like, are you okay? But I see what you're saying, that she wouldn't throw that out just casually.
And you're a loving mother, and so just follow your instincts on this, but I think it's all going to work out great. Just align her with somebody that she can talk to and also learn from. We're going to be going to the break, but hey, stay on the line with us, Lauren, okay? And for everybody else, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. And this is the Living Full Out Radio Show.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world. The nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Call them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117. The Living Full Out radio show would like to thank all our partners. They are a great resource to the show and the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please give us a call at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800, or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a certified life coach, Nancy can help you to overcome challenges and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. This is Nancy Solari. This is the Living Full Out radio show. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. And today we are talking about helping others and really that dance that occurs when we're trying to help somebody through an emotional time or a challenging time. And at the same time, you know, what we need from other people. And sometimes you really have to isolate, you know, what you need and who is the best person to turn to. But before we go back to the lines with all of our callers, the lines are all lit up. We do have an amazing interview today with Sylvia Millen from the Braille Institute Library. And I want to welcome her now. Sylvia, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Sylvia. I am so excited. I was looking forward all day to this interview.
Me too.
So we're just going to jump on in. Now, I am personally a patron and a fan of the Braille Institute, but can you share with our listeners what it is that you do?
Okay, well, what I do is I'm the telephone reader program coordinator, and I've been working at the Braille Institute Library for close to 8 years now. And so basically I coordinate the telephone reader program, which is a small division of the library that has a lot of other services.
And it is a great program, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But if somebody was curious about the Braille Institute, you know, library, what sort of needs do you service there? What do you have?
Well, Braille Institute is a nonprofit organization that basically serves the blind and visually impaired, but the library also provides services for physically handicapped and those who have reading disabilities. For instance, those who are dyslexic or if they're physically handicapped, they may not be able to hold a book, for instance.
And you know what, being visually impaired myself, I mean, I've turned to you guys so many times for so many different things, and everybody is so friendly and helpful. Tell us about that telephone reader program, because personally I think that's just amazing.
All right. So patrons who can qualify for the library services are automatically qualified for the telephone reader program. And there are basically 3 ways that they can access this program, and it's basically news and other useful information like entertainment, and all sorts of things like announcements. We do mostly USA Today. We do local news. We do grocery and drugstore advertisements. We also download old-time radio shows. And for the news and for the advertisements, we do that in English and in Spanish. And most of the work is done by staff, like myself, but also a lot of it is done by volunteers. And we're always looking for more volunteers to help us out and do some readings in English and Spanish. So the three ways that patrons can access this telephone reader program. One is through the touch-tone phone. They just call in and navigate the system on their phone.
Which I've done that. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another way is to get signed up for the website. So they can go on our website, and once they're signed up, of course, I will email them what their access codes are. Then they go on the website, and they can just click away and listen on the website. Mm-hmm. Or the other way is we have an app for it. So they can go at the App Store and search for TRP News and just download the app and listen on their iPhone, iPad, or Android systems, whatever devices they may have.
Well, and that's so great. And I'm just curious, how does someone qualify?
Basically, there's an application for the library that goes through the registration, and they need to get a doctor's approval proving, basically, that they are, somehow visually impaired or physically handicapped or dyslexic or whatever the reason may be. So once they get signed up through the library registration system, then they can call again to the library and ask for the telephone reader program. Then I will add to our own separate database and then tell them what their access codes are.
Well, that is fantastic. And how would somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to learn more? Be either enroll in the program somehow, or try to find out more there, or if they wanted to be a volunteer, how could they reach out to you?
If anybody's interested in just listening to what the telephone reader program is like, they can call the number. It's 866-333-1211 and use the ID number 5555, and that will allow them a few minutes of just going through and navigating the system, kind of seeing what it's about. But in order to qualify, if you think you are qualified and you want to call in and sign up for it through the library services, you can call the library at, there are two different numbers, 323-660-3880 or 1-800-808-2555. Or if you want more information about the telephone reader program, you can go to our website at www.telephonereadernews.org.
Well, that is fantastic, and I really urge anybody who has a visual impairment or any needs to go ahead and enroll or consider that program. It's a really great one. I've taken advantage of it myself, and it's one that I would definitely check out. And thank you so much, Sylvia, for calling in. I so appreciate that. And again, we're back to the show. We're going to go back to the lines here shortly, but today we're talking about helping others. And especially in this time of the year, think about in your life who's helped you and be grateful for them. And also think about what it is that you need in your life and who might be able to be of support to you. Again, we're live. The number to call in is 800-333-0001. 800-333-0001. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Nicole. Are you there, Nicole?
Yes.
Hi, Nicole. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so my question is about my little sister. She goes to the school I used to go to, and she's having kind of a hard time being social and branching out, and I wanted to know how I can help with that without smothering her.
Good question. And you know what? I've almost been there myself. And I'll tell you why. Because I went to the University of Oregon, go Ducks, and I had two other sisters go to that same school before I went. And in some ways, I remember it being very helpful because I had my big sister to hang out with, and I loved it. We had great times. But then there is a chance that I maybe didn't branch out as much. And so sometimes you have to think about letting them feel it out for themselves. And you can say, go to that restaurant or, be a part of that club if you want, or, put in your vote. Absolutely. Because, you're only trying to steer in the right direction. But at the same time, part of life is experimenting. So she's got to try different teachers or different classes or clubs or whatever it may be. Because honestly, not everybody is going to have the same experience. Even when I think about my sister and I, for as much as we're similar, we're very different. So can you kind of see that?
Yeah, my sister and I are pretty different people. I was kind of wondering if that's why she's having a different situation than I did.
Well, it could be. I mean, let her come to you. Absolutely. It's kind of like what I told Dawn in the earlier segment. You know, we can't pressure people to do anything, and we shouldn't tell them what to do. We can only be a support. We can only be there to guide them, to answer questions. That's as much of involvement as you want to be. Okay?
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But be the big sister you are, and I'm proud of you, and stay on the line. We're going to get you information, and we'll stay in touch with you. Okay, great calls. Keep them coming. Our board is lit up here. We're going to go to Diane. Diane, are you there?
Yeah, you did.
Hi.
Stop. I didn't. Hi.
Hi. How are you? You
okay,
are live on
you?
the air. I'm wonderful.
Oh, good.
Tell me what's going on.
All right. My daughter was diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder called Rett syndrome when she was 3 years old. She's now 28, and my husband and I have been her primary caregivers throughout our life. And we want to make sure she is well taken care of in the future when we're no longer able to take care of her. So what would you suggest for her future, and how would you suggest my husband and I go about making the transition?
Well, you are a great couple, great parents for even calling in today.
Thank you.
Honestly, I appreciate that very much. And what I want you to do is find other associations that you can connect with so that you can start going to conferences together. I remember before my vision went, a lot more than it is now. I'm legally blind now. But my mom and I and my stepdad went to a conference through the Foundation Fighting Blindness. This was well before I lost most of my vision. But we went together to learn. And I appreciate that so much because they were involved in this transition with me. So go to conferences. You might consider support groups. And really just immersing yourself in what's possible, what's out there. Things are less scary in life the more we know. And so if you just absorb yourself in information, you're going to be just fine. We are going to be going to a commercial break here shortly. So does that all make sense? Okay, great. All right. So listen, we're going to go to the break. This is the Living Full Out radio show on
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. Waterfallteas.com.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Call them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117. The Living Full Out radio show would like to thank all our partners. They are a great resource to the show and the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please give us a call at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800, or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. A professional motivational speaker, Nancy can help you overcome obstacles and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. The show is going so well. I appreciate everybody who is calling in today. We're talking about helping others. And again, the calls have been wonderful. They're lit up here, and we're going to get to more calls as we go along. But I want to introduce a very special guest today who's going to guest host this next segment with me. In fact, he is one of the executive producers of the show, Jeff Eisen from Directory Tree. How are you doing, Jeff?
Hi, Nancy. It's great to be here.
Good. Yeah, Jeff actually is so immersed in the show. We have so many things that we do. And Jeff, just share with the listeners about your part.
Sure. Directory Tree is a media and technology company that helps other companies grow their business. But my involvement with the show is in all aspects, from behind the scenes to production to giving you all the support that you need. And I have to say, we're very proud of being part of the Living Full Out show.
Absolutely. And you do such an important role. In fact, part of our job is taking the calls and being here with our listeners. So we're going to go back to the lines. Again, for anybody who wants to call in, that number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. We have Denise on the line. Denise, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Denise. You're with Nancy and Jeff Eisen, our co-host today here. What's going on?
Well, I, in my job, frequently deal with individuals who have chronic diseases, and oftentimes they're at home and lonely and isolated, and many times I'm the only person that they may see. And each time I see them, they kind of are overloading me with all their issues. And sometimes when I see them, they tell me the same story over and over again, which causes a lot of frustration and anxiety on my part. And I would just be open to any suggestions that I can from you where I could better deal with this.
That is such a great question. Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, it is a good question. And I assume you're in the healthcare industry.
Yes.
Okay. And, well, sometimes, people do want to be heard. And, that is probably the best thing that you can do is to listen. Sometimes people also, repeat themselves because they may not feel like they're being heard, or or they're really reaching out truly to, as a friend or as a somebody to love them and care for them. And, fortunately, you are in that position to make or break their day. And I know that you're in an industry that is very stressful. I know that you're in an industry that that there is a lot of responsibility. But the good news is that you do make that difference to that person. So if they repeat themselves over and over, sometimes there's a way of delivering that message and not getting frustrated or laughing about it. But they truly value your friendship and your love and your caring, and you have to feel good about that.
Do you feel good about that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I was just going to say, too, Denise, that honestly, it's great to be that sounding board. You're well thought of in that way. They turn to you because they feel like they can. You're a sounding board and somebody they trust. So I would just absorb that and know that your legacy is that you're making an impact in the lives of these people. Let them ramble. Just know that, you're that person that they're turning to, and that's a great thing.
Another thing, Denise, that always shifts the direction is maybe asking questions. And those questions can be on different topics. They may be related, they may not be related, but they're truly looking to you as for love and interest in their lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How's that sound, Denise?
That sounds like a good suggestion. I appreciate that.
Well, we're proud of you, and we appreciate your contribution to your clients, definitely. And stay on the line with us. We're going to go ahead and get your information so we can continue to support you, okay? All right, great questions. The lines are all lit up here. The number to calling in is 800-333-0001. We have Kevin on the line. Kevin, are you there?
Hello.
Hi,
Nancy.
Kevin. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
I've got a funny situation. I raised 3 kids, and they're all out of the house now. And, I split up with my wife a good number of years ago. Now I'm finding myself having to sell my house and downsize and move to a new neighborhood, a new area. And I'm just like, my network's going to be disrupted, and I'm, trying to figure out who to tune. I'm changing my network of who to turn to for help. And it's really kind of an unsettling time.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. And as you know, Kevin, I have my guest host Jeff Eisen with me today. Jeff, what do you think on that one?
Well, there's several things that you can do to. Are you looking to expand your network, looking to make new friends, looking to go into this next chapter of your life? Is that what you're looking to do?
Well, that's one of the things I'm worried about is, as I move, some of my old neighbors that I've relied on all these years won't be around. I won't be around them anymore. So I'm worried about sort of making new friends and
sure,
how to establish new contact.
Sure, there's so many different ways to go about that. But here's the good news. Okay, and I'll get into that in a little bit. The good news is that, and Nancy has repeated this in several of our other shows, that this is really just a chapter in your life, and it's actually a new chapter. And sometimes making new friends, meeting new people, having a different lifestyle that you're about to embark on is an exciting thing. And
I am excited about it.
Well, then that's a great attitude to have. And some of the things that you can do to expand your network from a social standpoint is you can go onto the internet. There's many sites out there. One of them is meetup.com, where have you gone onto that site? Are you familiar with that one?
No, I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah, it's called meetup.com, and it's a great site to go onto to look at activities that you're interested in, whether they be sports, whether they be arts and crafts or movies or anything, and any interest that you have, they usually have it on there, and that's a great way to combine your interest, what you like to do, with other people that have the same interest. So you're not really going on seeking a friend, that has to come naturally in building your network, but getting involved in things that you enjoy and then meeting friends through that way is a great way to go about, and that's called meetup.com. Another way to go about is there's so many different online bulletin boards with people in the same situation as yourself. So I would, really, I think you have a great attitude and a great opportunity to do this as well. Does that sound something like you could?
Yeah, so much of it seems electronic. I mean, everything's on the web these days.
Well, you're absolutely right, and that's the good news, because now you can reach out to other people or a lot of people that are in the same situation and really talk about that. So I know it's something for some people, it's a scary thing. For others, it's it's a little intimidating, but it's out there, and I suggest that you embrace it.
Yeah, and also, Kevin, my thought on this too is, I'm glad that you're excited about this transition, but just know you don't have to leave your whole life behind you. It's just a transition. You've probably moved in life over times, maybe through the years you were in school or whatnot, and it's not like we have to lose or let go of anybody. Stay in touch with.
Although it's so I did that a lot when I was young. It's just so different at this phase of life.
Yeah, but you're still fabulous. I mean, think of all the people that can't wait to be Kevin's friend. But you just got to get yourself out there. I mean, life is a great journey. It's a great adventure, and I'm personally excited for you. I'm sorry about what's occurred to bring you to this point, but at the same time, you just keep being you. Be positive, and you're going to be great. Okay,
and I like this meetup.com thing. That sounds so interesting.
Absolutely. Tons of sports and socially, groups. You're going to have a great time. In fact, you're going to call us back in a later show trying to figure out how to manage all your new schedule that you have going on.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, right?
Okay. And please call us back, too. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin, for calling in.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Nancy.
Perfect. So many great calls today. We're going to go back to the lines again. We have Sam. Sam, are you on the line?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Sam. Hey, so tell us, what's going on?
Well, my grandmother is 83 years old. I visit her on a regular basis just about every day. And I help her with household activities, just washing dishes, and I also take her to get her hair done. But lately she's decided she doesn't want me around very much, and she doesn't want my help. So, I mean, it's just, how do I, continue to help her? Because she's elderly and she does live alone. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to step on her toes,
Yeah, that's a great question. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, that is. My parents are getting there too. They're in their mid-70s, and have you discussed this with your grandmother?
I have, and the thing is, she does hook up to medication every day, so it's like I still have to go over to give her a medication.
Sure.
But I mean, I know it probably makes her feel, like she can't do as much anymore.
Well, everybody wants to be independent. And we all want the same things for the most part. We all want to feel, that freedom, that independence, and that respect. So I would say is that you may want to continue to have that open conversation, and you may want to, to talk straight with with her and have that honest conversation. There's really a fine line with that.
Yeah, I would say so too, Jeff. And I think that you're on the right path. Just remember that she doesn't want to feel a burden to you. So she might just be holding back for that reason too. But just keep loving her. That's really what it's about. And stay on the line. We're going to go ahead and get your information, stay in touch with you, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So we're going to be going back to the break here shortly. Jeff, I've so enjoyed having you guest host with me.
It's
so
always
fun.
a pleasure.
You're usually on the production side here, but now you're right here with me. So everybody, stay with us. We'll be back after this break. And again, this is the Living Full Out radio show. We'll be back.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Call them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117. The Living Full Out radio show would like to thank all our partners. They are a great resource to the show and the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please give us a call at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800, or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a trusted life coach, Nancy will help you overcome setbacks and embrace all life has to offer. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're having a great Sunday. What a great show today. Everybody calling in with such good questions. And today, we're talking about helping each other. And that's the topic. And so much we can learn and grow with each other on this topic. So we're going to go back to the lines. We have Yolanda. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Yolanda. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I need some help to just basically find myself again. I recently had my second child, and I am a wife and, of course, a mother and a professional. And with everything happening in my family, being there for different family members, I'm finding that I have put my dreams on the back burner, and I do not know how to reconcile doing everything that I'm responsible for, and for just a simple thing as going to the gym for myself makes you feel selfish, and because there's so many other things that you need to be doing. So I just don't know how to find myself in that.
Well, don't ever think that you're selfish. And here's my thoughts. My initial thoughts on this is, in time, like let's just take working out, right? In time, hopefully you can carve out time to go to the gym. But for now, you might have to get creative with working out at home, popping in a video from time to time, or going online. There's a lot of workout videos online. What's another dream or goal that you have for yourself?
Well, I wanted to, as I said, I'm a professional, and I was in a job wherein I'm working easily 60 hours per week, so I stopped that and decided to do it by myself. However, in whatever startup business, it requires even more time than that 60-hour per week job.
Right.
So I'm finding wherein my dreams have to come a distant 10th sometimes because of the other things that I want to do. I wanted to branch my real estate business out, but I can't do that.
Well,
and I don't know how to get to it.
Never say can't. Okay, so here's what we need to start kind of working on is how you talk to yourself, or the words that you choose have a lot of power over how limited you feel. So take out the can't, take out the shouldn'ts, the wouldn'ts, all of that. Anything of N''T, just toss it aside, because anything is possible. Really, I mean that. In fact, I have a previous life here in real estate, so I can appreciate. But remember that you really can seek other resources. Maybe you can have an intern come join you. Maybe you can have an assistant come join you. Maybe you might want to partner up in a collaborative way with somebody else in your field, where you might do something more of a commission share. But anything is possible. I mean, even in my business, when I created Living Full Out, I segued from my real estate business to Living Full Out. I brought on a partner. It meant that I was still in real estate, but I was building Living Full Out as well. Sometimes we have to let go and give up a little bit of the responsibility to somebody else just to keep everything going. It's about getting creative. Do you think you can do that?
I think so. I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah,
no. You would tell me something else.
No, but here's the thing. What I applaud you for is your thinking. But you have to get out of the thinking and get into the doing and get into the testing, because you will keep yourself in this place of kind of the world of pause where you don't feel like you're advancing as much as you want. You just got to take an action step. And if it ends up not being what's going to be fruitful for you, either personally or professionally, know that you're not stuck. You can always switch gears. Okay. And I actually have more thoughts on this for you that I want to share with you. So if you can stay on the line, I'd love to get your information so we can go a little deeper on this, because, again, I feel you, and I want you to be successful in every way.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So stay on the line. We'll get your information. Okay. Okay. The great question. We're going to go back at the lines now. We have Mia. Mia, are you there? Mia?
Hi.
Hi, Mia. Hey, thank you for holding. I know we have lots of callers today, but tell us, what's going on?
Well, I'm at the time of my life where, I just graduated college. I'm in that awkward stage of becoming a adult. So I'm working a full-time job right now, and then I'm also in class. And on top of that, I am also a part of this volunteer opportunity, and I'm finding myself devoting so much time of just helping others and not really finding a lot of time for myself. And I was wondering if you had any good advice to help me kind of take back my social life a little.
Gotcha. You know what? I actually am really glad that you called in, because we are not just worker bees in our life. We are not just the do. Sometimes you have to carve out that play time, carve out that friend time. And it really comes down to scheduling and finding that balance in your life. And what it sounds like right now is you're just spreading yourself a little too thin. Is that right?
Possibly, yeah.
You know? So what I would say is schedule things out. I mean, and schedule them out in advance, you know, so that way you're not doubling up. That way you're not feeling as though you're putting yourself last or anything like that. So carve out time with your friends. Just schedule it. Carve out that professional time. And also, there is something called the as-if factor, meaning that, you know, the professional that you are looking to be one day, you're already there. You're already that person. You may not be, you know, fully polished and know everything that you're going to know down the line, but you're already there. So just be that person. And that's true for anybody listening today. Whatever it is that you're looking to attain or be, just know that you're already that person. You're polishing as you go. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Good.
That's actually very helpful.
Good. Well, you have such a great spirit about you. So stay on the line. Let me go ahead and get your information so we can stay in touch with you. But thank you for calling in.
Okay, great. Thanks for having me on.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. Bye. So many good questions today. Keep them coming. That call-in number is 800-333-0001. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Kimberly. Are you there? Kimberly?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Kimberly. Hi. Tell us what's going on today.
I have a 25-year-old daughter. She was just diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia.
Mm-hmm.
She's lost her job as a nurse due to that, and she's had to return home to live with us.
Mm-hmm.
She's going through all kinds of emotions, depression, and from having a chronic condition, and embarrassment about losing her job, no motivation, loss of friendships. I just need to know what you think is the most effective way to help her.
You know, it's so interesting. First of all, I want to give you a lot of credit. You're a wonderful mother, and just feel really good about that. And we had a caller in the previous segment, too, that was going through something similar. And what I really want you to focus on is just finding out as many resources as you have possible in your area, or even remotely, because what would be really helpful would be for you to go to conferences or workshops that may give you information to help you on a daily basis, but also take some of these future concerns away. You might also consider a support group of some kind, for your child, but also for yourself. You know, there's so many people that are going through health challenges, and especially if they're kids who have health challenges. You know, for example, I have a client his child is going through autism. I mean, there's a lot of things where, you know, we need that support. And it's not just all support that takes time or money. There are free resources out there. So I really urge you to jump online, find out in your local area associations or groups that work with, you know, the condition that you're facing, and then see what's possible both in your area, national conferences, regional conferences, even teleclasses or telecommuting that you can do over the phone.
Right.
And just absorb yourself in that. And I think when you go through that and you find even more knowledge than you have now, a lot of these fears and concerns will start to fade. They're never going to go away, because as a mom, you just want the best for your child. But at the same time, the more you know, the more you can feel empowered and confident as you go forward. And trust me, I'm legally blind, and I understand my life is uncertain. It's my vision as well. So that uncertainty, I feel very relatable to you on that. I understand, but just stay strong and keep moving forward. Very important.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Stay on the line, because I want to stay in touch with you after the show. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for everybody that's called in today. I mean, we have had such a great show of so many callers giving great advice and also really sharing their raw emotions. And that's what this show is for. We're here to help you live your life full out. And today's show is about helping each other, building that community, seeking resources. That's what it's about. And each week, we're going to be here. We're going to be here to help take your calls and support you so that you can thrive, so that you can embrace those goals and dreams that you have. Don't feel that if you have a health condition, a disability, if you're going through a divorce, if you're going through financial challenges, don't feel as though that labels you or tarnishes any ability that you have to live a full life, because it doesn't. You have the ability today to take control of your life, make a plan, seek resources, most of all, ask for help, and trust me, anything is possible. So I'm Nancy Solari. This is the Living Full Out radio show. We will be back next week with a great topic that you surely don't want to miss, and other guest hosts. So thank you again for everybody that called in today. And I want to thank Jeff Eisen, our guest, and Sylvia, a million, and all the Living Full Out team that has put this together. Everybody have a wonderful day and live your life full out.
The radio channels, the radio channels, BRN.